Hey, what's going on, guys? Happy Monday. It's your boy Tim Aslan here. I wanted to make an update video. I'm going to try to do these more frequent. Uh, if you watched the last video, you know we were looking for a bounce at this golden pocket and amazing bounce. Perfectly hit the daily naked point of control. Exactly what we wanted. Um, so really great bounce. And in the previous video, I showed you a few different ways to set up your long position. So personally, this is what I took. I wanted one that went below the 786 and just, relax. You could have had a much tighter stop loss, but I didn't feel the need to here. Again, this happened yesterday too, during the Super Bowl, I think. Let me find the exact time. Yeah, 13:30, so that's 1:30 for me. So it looks like it happened right before the Super Bowl. And then we got this perfect retest as well. Down here, retest, and then up. So really nice. Um, for me, I TP'd at this wick right here. So I took about 50% profit and I'm letting the rest ride, because personally, I do think we get to at least this wick right here. Um, but it makes a lot of sense to me to take out this one up here, and hit the value area high up here above the monthly open, at a minimum. If we're bullish, new all-time high, but at a minimum up there. I'm really happy with how that trade played out. And then I took another one today. Let's get rid of this. Um, See this red line? That's the point of control of the entire range. And it matched this deviation fib of this range right here. Beautiful tap and up. So intraday price action is looking pretty solid. If we do go down some more intraday, I would look around this 618, potentially for a new position. Let's see if there's anything else here. Yeah, so point of control is also there. Um, so if you're not in a long position, you could do something like this, to get in if we do go down there. But if not, if we don't go down, we just go up, then I'd be looking higher. Um, I wouldn't look for shorts unless we break this wick. Um, yeah, see that? So this wick here didn't even hit the 618, meaning I think if we get this golden pocket value area high area, um, that's the only area I would really look for shorts, and I would put something like this, something like that if we're bearish. Um, but we could hit a all-time high for that bullish. Remember the sentiment down here was pretty bad. Oh yeah, and that's one other thing. Um, if you guys were paying attention on Twitter, I saw that Trump announced some tariffs down here, and then we got this big sell-off because if you remember, um, I think this dump right here was from the first tariff news about Canada and Mexico. And that was like a pretty big dump. So people got scared and thought that that dump would happen again. And so I'm sure a lot of people shorted this bottom, trying to you know, just short the bottom and get a move down below this wick. But that's exact opposite of what happened. And to me, it was a great sign to have some bad news while it went into our zone. So, yeah, great bounce there. Let's check out a couple other altcoins. If you follow on Twitter, you saw my tweet that I entered a Ethereum long. This one was super clean too. If you were paying attention, we took out this wick right here perfectly, um, and then bounced up. So I got an entry right here. sitting in nice almost 2 hour profits. I haven't TP'd on this one yet just because it's a smaller amount than my Bitcoin long, but I did move my stop loss right here into profit. Um, so I'll be holding this. I think last stream I mentioned it, but I am looking for this wick to be taken out on Ethereum as well at a minimum. And what's really cool about Ethereum is they have built the highest ever short position on CME on Ethereum. And that mixed with the amount of bad news and just utter distress that people have been showing for Ethereum on the Twitter timeline makes me very, very happy to hold an Ethereum long. You know, I'm fine with getting stopped at entry, but I want to be in if there is a short squeeze because it will be a big short squeeze if it happens. So I'm chilling in ETH, hanging out. Um, if it does go lower, there is one more area that is interesting to me. It's a sweep of this low right here, of this wick, into the golden pocket. So if whatever reason we do go down one more time, that's where I would be, looking to bid. XRP, I did enter this one as well. I'm not sure if I showed it last video. I think I did on Twitter, but I had a 618 area right here that matches some deviation of the entire range. So that did not get filled, which is okay. During the Bitcoin dump, I saw this hit the 786, and so I added some alerts. I said, okay, if it comes back down, I'll enter in, and it did. So I threw my stop at the low. This was in profit about 1.5 R. Moved my stop loss to entry. Did not TP yet, just because it's again small amount compared to my Bitcoin position, and I'd rather hold this in case we get one of those 20% XRP days that we've been getting recently. And then this one, I do think will also hopefully take out this wick at the high. So I'm looking at something like that, which would be a 5R trade. But really, there's no reason to short anything yet, in my opinion. I see some people bearish on Twitter looking for shorts, which is fine. But I mean, we just had a huge move down and we're still ranging here. Same on Bitcoin. We had this huge move down, still in a range. I don't see why you want to short unless we break the range to the upside. That's the only place where I would want to look for shorts. And then just to remind you of the plan, if for whatever reason we just nuke out of nowhere, that 85 to 82K area still in the cards, but I'm not really expecting that at the moment. I really, really like that we went above this point of control and then retested that today. On Wednesday, we have CPI, so expect some volatility on Wednesday. And I do think in general, we're going to be trending up to potentially this is the day where we get that CPI print and we get into the golden pocket. So typically that's how these things work. We get news into our level and then that's actually the trigger. So pay attention up here. Just chill out in this range. If we go down, look for longs. But honestly, I think it might be a little bit boring of a week per se until this higher level gets hit, because the way I trade, at least, there's not a lot of opportunities. You know, if you guys have been paying attention on the channel, the way I trade is we sweep some significant liquidity. That's our entry. But in here right now, there's like nothing going on. So let's just be patient. I'll make some update videos if we get closer to these two zones. Let's check if there's any other altcoins real quick that look like anything. Let's go on the 4 hour. GRT, I had something down here. It did not get filled. It's totally fine. LTC has been just pumping. So I got a bunch of stuff on LTC. So ignore all that. But this has been pretty bullish. There's nothing I really want to take on this. Solana, I got stopped at entry on this one, but nice to see this one playing out here. So far, 1.5R. Let's see. Okay, I had something on Sui here, but I didn't end up taking it. But this is playing out nicely. All these alts just kind of look like they need a move to the upside. Trump, I had something, a deviation trade played out. Is there a others chart we can take a look at real quick? Okay, nice. So this is others, basically everything other than Bitcoin, and I think ETH as well. Excluding top 10. Okay, so yeah. So everything other than the top 10 assets. So this has been interesting. I don't think I've ever charted this on the channel, but speaking of channel, absolutely nailed this channel down here with the point of control. You can see this huge volume gap that got filled on this wick down and then hit the point of control. And then now we bounced up. And on top of that, what I thought was like really, really nice was look at this wick right here. This was the same time. You see 13 on Sunday, yesterday, where we swept both of these lows and then rode back up. So to me, especially on alts, we just swept significant liquidity. There's not really a reason to just nuke right away. I think we will eventually, but we just took this out. Like, why are people bearish right here? I mean, we should at least get, some of these liquidity points before we decide to short anything on alts. We haven't had like a good 5-10% pump in altcoins in a while, so I could see that. Right here, let's zoom out a little bit. Man, I like this a lot, actually. Let's check this real quick. So 786 of this local dump matches the value area high. So to me, I think we could get up there. The other thing I am looking at right now is that this 618 too did not get hit on this original pump, and it would get hit on a swing failure of this liquidity up here. So that's kind of nice to see for shorts. Not if you're an altcoin bull, unfortunately. But I think it looks okay up here. We also have the much bigger 618, which is up there. And then that would sweep some of these nice liquidity points. So to me, it makes more sense to get some retracement to the upside here. I'm just curious if we fib it like this. It still could be a WXY here to the downside where this high will get broken. There's just a lot of unknowns right now, and I'm not going to call anything. I'm just going to trade the price action as we get it. But so far, I think it looks pretty solid for some more green days. So yeah, let's just take it one trade at a time. Stops are at entry on every single position I'm in. So I'm just relaxing, hopefully waiting for higher. And if we get lower, then if we get some long triggers, that would be nice as well. So if you have any questions, comment down below. But that's just a general market update for you guys. No need to be bearish. No need to be overly bullish. We're still just inside this range. And let's see which way we break, up or down. Anyways, guys, make sure to subscribe, follow on Twitter, and make sure to use my Bit2Next link down below for the best exchange. I'll see you guys in the next video.